Please let me in.
The world ended. Didn't you get the memo?
Come on, guys, let's go for a slice of pizza. Yeah.
So fetch. What is fetch?
Oh, it's like slang from England.
I'm Charlotte Blackwood.
I'm Maverick.
Maverick? Does your mother not like you or something?
Chunk is dead. Don't say that. Never say that. Goonies never say die.
It's the Al Travis Show. We always love having him on. He's Senator Jeff Howe. Senator, how are you doing today, my friend?
Well, a little bit worse for wear, but we're doing terrific.
It's just another one of those days. I mean, you just look at the beginning of summer with the shootings of the Hortmans and the Hoffmans, and now this thing yesterday. It was weird. I found out about it yesterday morning at 9:30, whatever. And then when you get back home after the day, you get the updates and who's everybody and what happened. And I saw a meme, and this is okay. I saw a meme. Mayor Fry said, "Don't pray." And I'm like, yeah, okay. I gotta get if it's true, I gotta. So I went and found the audio, and I think I know what he was trying to get at, but he's just completely wrong. Prayer is exactly what the world needs. I wrote on my Facebook page, I'm praying for the kids that lost their lives. I'm praying for their families. I'm praying for those that got shot and those that survived. I'm praying for their family and friends, everybody involved with this thing. I'm praying for the shooter and his family who they're going to have to go through this, and I don't even know what this all is, and all concerned. And I think what gets me about it, these are professional politicians. I think Fry's answer should, let's all take a second in prayer. Then when he got done, then he can rip on all the other stuff, guns this and guns that. I wouldn't matter. Are we to a point where it's kosher to say, don't pray?
I'm telling you what, it just goes to show you, to me, the slippery slope that our society is on. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that if more of us would truly take time, not only to pray, but to listen. Because that time alone in silence, not with the TV, not with the radio, in silence, so you can hear the Holy Spirit answer your prayer. Because you have to be listening.
Yeah.
And you have to be wanting to hear that message. And that is the key, because you can do all the praying and we got all the noise going on in life, but until you come out and sit in the woods, sit on the dock, go in the bedroom, close the door, do your prayer. And, prayer isn't something I truly believe that the good Lord didn't mean for us to pray with the multitudes. He means for us to pray and have that individual connection with him so you can hear him answer. Because he always answers. He might not give you the answer you're looking for, but he's going to answer.
Or the timing you want. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you think about all the hard times, and, sometimes the good Lord puts those hard times in to prepare you for what's coming next. Because you might not like what's coming next either, but it's all in preparation to prepare you. I think we're like going to basic training. And as we then go to advanced individual training, it prepares us for the battle that we're going to fight. And what that mental preparedness, what that is. And if you're not listening, you're not hearing the message. And that's where we're losing it. Not enough people pray. There's a lot of folks that go through the actions, but then they don't take the time to listen. Because that's the important piece, is setting yourself aside and getting that time and setting that aside, because we're all busy as all get out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Setting that time aside so you can actually sit and listen and hear the good Lord.
I love that. That is absolutely fantastic. So let me mark that tape. Let me ask you this. After what happened yesterday, we'll find out more as we go. Some things that disturbed me quite a little bit is evidently he had a little 10-minute video thing he did. I've not seen it. They pulled that off of YouTube. He had pages on his other social media was just really disturbing things on it and drawings and that sort of thing. I was talking to my wife, and I don't know how many, but if you're putting this out on a YouTube or you're putting it out somewhere, you must have a friend or a follower or something, right? I mean, now that I don't even know how many we have here, I don't know how many, but don't we have to speak up? Somebody had to see this kid with his guns and his thing and the way he's talking and say, hey, we need to call somebody. This is not what regular people do.
And you got to see the signs, right? You got to be looking for them. And, you know, we all know that we got Big Brother looking over everything we put out there. Whether even when we don't put it out there, they're looking at some of it.
That's right.
But I truly believe we need to be more apparent and more active on, hey, you know, do you see what this guy's doing? Maybe we should take a look at this. And especially, you know, in that time frame, at least having, especially moms and dads and you know, close friends, and maybe that's the problem. He didn't have very many close friends, or she, whatever. I think that's another issue. I think some of that, you know, I'm a big believer that you do the best what God gave you, right? And I sometimes wonder if I really struggle with that piece with people going through that transition. You know, I'm not totally happy God made me 5'5". I'd much rather be 6'5", but there's, you know, I'm not doing surgery to my growth plates or anything at a young age to try and make myself a basketball player at 6'5" or 7'5". You know, I could do some surgery on my bald head, but I'm kind of satisfied that the good Lord gave me a bald head. I'm gonna make it the best bald head I got. And
there you go.
So I struggle with the folks that want to go through those surgeries to change what I believe the good Lord gave you, and you should just go ahead and make the best of what you got. So I'll just leave that.
And that's okay. Let me throw this out.
The mental stability of those folks, I really sometimes question. And I'll just throw that out there, and you don't have to touch it.
I'm not with a 10-foot pole. I would like to ask you, though, because you talk about the technology today. You know, I sit here and my phone, if I mention I want to buy a fedora hat, all of a sudden Facebook is showing me fedora hats for sale all over the place. Now, I'm not for more Big Brother. I'm really not. But I would presume if this same person had posted something and it was, you know, anti-Islamic, it was whatever, there are ways that the YouTube or whoever took that, algorithm it and say, hey, there are a lot of guns in this video. And you know, flag it, watch it, and find out. You know, if it's a lot of guns in a video, but it's a guy who sells guns for a living, or he's giving you demonstrations how to use, that'd be one thing. But can't they at least look at what he put up there and say, we need a psychiatrist to look at this? I think we can use technology to help us get ahead of some of this. I don't want Big Brother watch any more than I need to, but if you're free-willing putting it up on the internet, you put it there.
They put it out there for other folks to see?
No, that's what I'm saying.
And other folks are seeing it. Why is it somebody's talking to them saying, hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
You know, can I help you in some way? Are we that isolated? Because somebody's nobody was reading it, they wouldn't be putting it out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the way it is? And we need to be more conscious of each other and the help and the problems that each other's have. I mean, I struggle with that. You know, I had a couple of soldiers that committed suicide, and I'm sitting there going, man, if you would have just reached out, I mean, we could have that discussion. I'm here for you. It's not, you know, the sun will come up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Things will get better. You don't have to do these things.
Well, we'll talk about how this is going to affect you now when you get back to the Capitol between the two shootings now since the end of the session and now before we go to back the next one. It is obviously going to cause a lot of conversation in the internet and everywhere else about what do we do with guns. Guns bad and that. You're going to have that conversation. I want to talk about what we were going to talk about until yesterday happened, and that was the DNC speech here in Minnesota the other day. We'll talk about that and much more coming up with Senator Jeff Howe right after this.
Think about it. Now that school's out for the summer, how are Minnesota students doing? Not very well. Minnesota ACT scores fell again last year and are the lowest they've been in 10 years. In fact, fewer than half of Minnesota students can either read or do math at grade level. Think about it. We used to brag about our schools. Now we're losing to states like Mississippi. Visit AmericanExperiment.org for more information. Think About It is brought to you by Center of the American Experiment, Minnesota's think tank.
Achieving your financial goals requires individual planning and a comprehensive approach. At Midwest Money Management, our mission is to provide you with the knowledge, tools, and confidence to feel comfortable financially today and secure about tomorrow. Learn more at MidwestMoneyManagement.com. That's MidwestMoneyManagement.com.
Securities offered through JW Cole Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through JW Cole Advisors Inc., Midwest Money Management, and JW Cole Financial Inc. and JW Cole Advisors Inc. are unaffiliated entities.
Easily offended? The Al Travis Show is not for you. The Al Travis Show. All sides are welcome.
We've got Senator Jeff Howe on the program with us. And Senator, I went into the break with the idea that, we had the shootings of 3 months ago, 4 months ago, the beginning of summer, and now these. It is going to be the conversation of the next session, I believe. What happened before the shooting yesterday, the DNC was in town, and we're going to discuss this, and I think it kind of shows what I'm talking about. We have Mayor Fry saying, don't worry about prayers. Prayers didn't help those that were praying when they were getting shot. It's off-putting a little bit. Maybe it's just raw nerves at the time. But the governor, I don't know if you caught this, Alan, we had John Hoffman start the DNC convention the other day. 10 minutes, smooth as silk, that boy. He said it right. We got to get through with this. We got to stop the demagoguery. We got to stop, ripping on people. We got to come together. And I think he absolutely knocked it out of the park. 2 speakers later, the governor comes on and he's talking about man, child, fat, ankles. You got to be what's a person who believes a Republican? He's what do you got to do? You got to which red hat do I wear today? And he starts doing his knucklehead stuff. Didn't he hear John Hoffman? Isn't everybody hearing that the rest of us don't want this crap anymore? We want to get along. If you've got a different opinion, again, I give Fry all the room in the world. He is emotional. He should have said in my book, let's pray first, and then you can go after whatever you want. We'll talk. How long does this tragedy, does it make it all the way to the next session before we're going to we'll be right back to normal? Calling people idiots or whatever because you wear the red hat?
Oh, I don't think we've gotten away from it. I mean, at your point, driven, right?
Yep.
We haven't separated from ourselves yet. The thing is I've worked with a lot of folks down there at the Capitol that I don't see eye to eye with on a number of issues, but we can always find that issue that we can get together and work on. I don't care if it's Scott Dibble and I work on transportation issues together. There's other issues we know that we're not going to agree on, so we don't go there. You look at Senator Latz. Senator Latz and I can work on stuff. We agree on stuff. There's other stuff that, we're not going to agree on. So I really think that if we focused on the stuff that we agree on, and let's solve those issues and leave those other stuff that we know we're not going to agree on to the side and let that work itself out outside the political realm. But that's not reality right now.
Yeah.
And we take we take the stuff that that I can't do because my personal beliefs don't allow me to go there, and you drive that down my throat.
Yeah.
That is going to get a reaction.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be doing that to each other. But yet that's where we go.
Let me ask you this.
We know that guns are going to be an issue, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, and you can't get me to go there because I've got gun safes full of guns.
Yep. I
got guns all over the place. My guns have never shot anybody.
No.
And yet, in fact, I have carried guns in war, and I don't think I've ever shot anybody over there either.
See, but maybe I want to believe a little bit different than how you describe. Maybe I'm missing something. I want you guys, the Dibbles and the Latzes and you, to get together and get stuff done that we can do. There's a lot of common sense stuff. Let's just stop the waste, right? I mean, let's just stop making this so easy. I think there's a lot there. But I really want you and those guys to be able to sit down, this is a terrible expression, like men, and have a discussion about those hard issues. Because you say that very well. You are going to tell me you're going to force me to do something I can't morally do. Okay, you understand where I'm coming from? We might be able to describe, and again, because I didn't keep up on it, the binary trigger ban thing that was a thing. I'm a gun guy. I don't know where my beliefs are on the binary trigger thing. My fallback is don't touch my guns, but if that's the one they want to hang their hat on, we got to get rid of this. Great, then leave the rest of this stuff alone. I think there's room to talk even amongst men about things we disagree with, but I love the way you put it. There are just some things morally I can't do. Don't ask me to do something I can't do, and let's work from there.
True statement. I mean, in the binary trigger thing, if you kind of did it right, but you're going to have to put some money toward it. There are the ways probably to get there.
Yeah.
I don't have a binary trigger in any of my weapons, and nor do I want one. I mean,
until it came up, I didn't know they existed, sir. It's not like I'm reading Gun Daily or something. I did not know it existed until it came up.
There's some guns came with it, and if you're going to outlaw it, then if you're going to make that illegal, you have to provide
compensation.
You got to compensate it, or you got to pay to have it refitted with a regular trigger. You got to do something, otherwise it's a government taking. You can't do that.
Don't disagree. I don't get it. You wanted to talk about bees real quick. You're having a bee infestation problem at your place?
Oh my God! I'm up here at the cabin, and I'm trying to take care of some stuff on the cabin, and I'm getting buzzed by bees, and I finally see where they're just going inside the cabin, and I identified 4 spots where they're just
Oh no.
boring in, right? Well, so I sprayed them a little bit, and that upset them a little bit, but then I plugged their entrance, right? And what I didn't expect was I went into the bathroom and I got bees trying to get outside, right? My bathroom is full of bees. And I went,
cool.
well, okay. So I actually opened the window and had to take the screen off, shake them off, to get them out. And I thought I was doing them a favor, right? I'm not going to kill them, getting rid of them.
Good man.
One of them wasn't happy, right? And he stung me on my wrist, and I said, now the gloves are off. I shut the window, and when they went to the window, I just took the fly swatter, and I can't tell you how many of them I killed, but I killed
no more Mr. Nice Guy. You took the war to me. Oh, that is too funny.
I'm itching yet today, this morning.
I hate bees.
And then I had to then I found where the little son of a guns were coming in, and I sealed them in so that my logs somewhere along the line, I've got 4 spots where I'm sure I've got the bees inside, but man, I'm telling you what, it's a constant battle.
I gotta fly. Bees don't bother me so much. The hornets, and once you get stung, it's like you say, it itches for days. It's horrible. Gotta fly, my friend. I appreciate you doing today's show with me. I really do. Tough topic. I thank you for being here.
Yeah.
He's
hopefully we don't have to do another one.
Amen. Senator Jeff Howe.